Italian travel, our journey through Venice continues. In the first half of the video we explored St. Mark's Square, with the 1,000-year-old cathedral and the museum of the Doge's Palace. From the St. Mark's Bell Tower we admired the beautiful view of Venice and its lagoon from above, before joining the crowd to celebrate Venice's colorful carnival. I brought you to Murano to discover the art of the glassworkers. And now I want to have a coffee in one of the most beautiful coffee bars in Venice, that has been open for 300 years, not a single day closed. The Caffè Florian is a historic coffee bar of Venice. We are in St. Mark's Square, and this is one of the oldest coffee bars in the world, the oldest in Italy. It was opened on the 29th December 1720 by Floriano Francesconi, and from that day on the locals are used to say "Andiamo da Florian," let's go to Florian. So the coffee bar was named after the owner's name, pronounced in the Venetian dialect. Many prestigious people passed by, like Giuseppe Parini, Ugo Foscolo, Casanova, Carlo Goldoni, Lord Byron, D'Annunzio, Goethe, Rousseau, and I could go on like this for days. From the day the Florian was inaugurated, it has been open continuously, not a single day closed, and it has become an essential hangout for the Venetians first, and later also for tourists. Only in 1848, during the Italian War of Independence against the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Florian was used to take care of the injured soldiers. Of course, this is an elegant and very beautiful place, and the atmosphere is charming. If you come here in spring or summer, you can sit at the open-air tables in St. Mark's Square. Okay, after this break at the Caffè Florian, I'm ready to get back to discover Venice. I still want to explore the city, also the less known places. And what's the best way to visit a city that rises on the water? The origin of Venice dates back centuries ago. After several waves of barbarian attacks, the inhabitants of the mainland sought refuge here in Rialto, a safe place where to develop a first settlement that will become the capital of the Republic of Venice. Therefore, it's not a surprise that this bridge became one of Venice's icons. Built in 1591 and for over 250 years, the only way to cross the Grand Canal. And today the Rialto Bridge is tourists' favorite spot to take a selfie, with the Grand Canal on the background. The construction of the stone bridge was postponed many times. because the Republic of Venice would have borne a very high expense to build it, and because the owners of the workshops placed on the former wooden bridge didn't want to quit their jobs to allow the construction of the stone bridge. According to a legend, well, more or less a legend, among the opposers there were a man and a woman. The man was rumored he was always saying things like, "There will never be a stone bridge in Venice. If there will be a stone bridge in Venice, there will be only when this..." And in a very clear way he pointed at what he had in the middle of his legs, yeah, you heard me, saying, "There will be a stone bridge in Venice when this will put on nail." The woman, with the same finesse, was used to say, "If there will be a stone bridge in Venice, I will burn it." And yes, she meant that thing. By the way, both geniuses didn't know that at that time stone bridges built somewhere else already existed. Indeed, if you check out the capitals of the columns of the Camerlenghi Palace, right here in front of the Rialto Bridge, here is what you will see. So, I see the bridge. And it's beautiful. It's been here for 400 years. What? Are you bothered? Well, I bet. And here is the third-legged man with the huge nail. If you are eager to experience the authentic atmosphere of Venice, you must go for a walk to the Rialto market, few steps from the popular bridge. Fruit, vegetables, fish, and tons of tourists and Venetians crowd this market from the early morning. This is a historic market of Venice. Here you can see the old plaque by the Venetian Republic with the rules for the selling of the fish. I am at the Fondamenta dei Mori, in front of a house where in the 16th century one of the main Venetian painters lived, Jacopo Robusti, better known as Tintoretto. His name came from his father's job, who was a dyer. This house is nowadays private, but right here is the Campo dei Mori, Moors Square, named after the 4 statues of the Moors, here is one, linked with the 3 Mastelli brothers and their servant, who came from Morea, an area in southwestern Greece. According to a tradition, the men were cursed and transformed into stone statues after they scammed a Venetian lady. Then the statues were put here as a warning for those who could have the same intentions. One of these statues depicts Mr. Antonio Rioba, Signor Antonio Rioba in Venetian, who was popular in Venice because he was used to make a lot of jokes. In the 19th century the statue lost the nose, and it has been replaced with a piece of iron. From that moment on, people believe that touching its nose will bring you luck. There are different houses in Venice, called casini, small, less known, where the nobles of the 18th century spent a lot of time playing, gambling and enjoying the pleasures of life, wearing the bautta, the popular Venetian mask. Entire fortunes were squandered in the crazy nights at the casini. There were secret liaisons, fights, troubles, and therefore the Venetian authorities decided to regulate these places, which to be honest, were not all devoted to excesses. For instance, some casini were dedicated to literature, others to dance, others were music academies. There were casini for nobles, others for ordinary people. There were casini for secretaries, others for chefs or other careers. Among the 136 existing casini of the late 18th century, there are 15 left, and there is one I want to show you. One of the most recent, the Casino Venier, is a fascinating place. It was an elegant house where private meetings took place, with people coming from all over Europe, everyone fascinated by the charm and the culture of the Venetian rich class. This is not just few rooms finely decorated in marble and plasters. This is a mysterious place, with secret passages where to enter and exit without being seen, hidden rooms, spy holes, the LAGOON, that is a hidden balcony where to spy the underlying Barretteri Bridge. A charming place drenched in history and stories, revealing the magnificence of the Republic of Venice, hidden among the Venetian canals. All this mystery and this wandering up and down the streets of Venice have made me hungry. The sunset is close, and getting lost in Venice is maybe the best thing that can happen to you. If you want to hang out and try a real Venetian meal, then you must go for a baccaro. A baccaro is a typical Venetian tavern, a small place where locals hang out, drink a glass of wine, here called ombra, and taste the cicchetti, few snacks of typical Venetian dishes. And see you tomorrow. It's time to leave. Time to say goodbye to Venice and hit the road again, towards the next stopover of this journey around Italy. But first I want to walk the quiet streets of the island of Murano, buy its colorful houses, and enjoy this peaceful atmosphere. But at the same time sleepy, where cats snooze in the moored boats, the bell towers give in to laziness, the swans pose to the photographers. And I don't want to think about anything, I just prefer to roam with no destination. Well, at least until the next video.